Yo, what is up, guys? So, today, I've just been on a call with one of my business coaching clients where obviously we're working on his coaching business, but effectively how good he is at getting results. And I'm like, you know what? A few of the things that we've just gone through, I want to share with you guys because, even as someone who isn't a coach, if you want to make your own programs, this is going to be massively beneficial to every single one of you. So what I've done is, look, we're at the start of 2024. We all want to get in good shape. We all want to get shredded, right? So I've put together a bit of a protocol that if you follow, you will not fail, right? Just deep that. If you follow it, you will not fail. So the only thing really you need to work on once you've got this system is how are you going to follow it? Getting your mindset in the right place, getting the necessity to be consistent and show up and do the work no matter what your emotion is saying. No simpy vibes, all right? So what we're actually going to do is build out my meal plan because, funnily enough, Friday is my own physique check-in day, right? So it works well. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do for building my own nutrition plan for this next phase of my diet, right? So here we've got my coaching system up on the left-hand side where I'm going to build out my meal plan. And then on the right-hand side, we've got protocol. I'm going to run you through how we're doing what we're doing. Now, what we're going to do is build it out. So we're going to start from scratch now. We're going to go through this as fast as possible and cut to the real good shit. So let's jump on here. So to start with, we need to work out your maintenance calories because what we want to do, if we jump in from a roadmap perspective, I know that my physique from where it is now, I always stay 8 weeks away from being absolutely fucking marbled. So I'm going to run a 2-week maintenance phase, okay, where I'm just going to make sure my performance, energy, recovery is in an optimal position, so reduce inflammation, and it just sets my baseline. And then I'm going to go 8 weeks of dieting where week on week I'll be making the necessary amendments to drive me into condition whilst nailing performance and delivering a very full physique. Then I'm going to run a 4-week holding phase where I'm going to start pushing fullness back in. So obviously we're going to go through the depletion stage, pull out all the body fat. I'm going to be absolutely marbled. And then we're going to push that fullness back in once we've done that. But I'm going to show you how to set up week 1 and then give you some advice going from that. Now, first of all, you can see here that I've put some carbohydrate sources, some protein sources, and some fat sources. Now, I'm doing this because you're going to take a lot of benefit from just following guidelines. Like, far too often, I think people fail because they've got too much of a broad spectrum on what they can and can't do, Oh, get in great shape, eating in your Mars bar. Nah, stop being a fucking idiot. Stop eating Mars bars if you want to get in shape, right? Cut to the good shit. Like, if we're here to level the fuck up, right? So, like, what the fuck are we doing asking for a Mars bar or cake in the diet plan? Like, look, if it's your birthday, if it's Christmas, put in what you want, right? But we're here to get the job done. We're here to operate at a high level, with our fitness, with our mindset, and inevitably then with our lifestyle and career, right? So stop fucking asking for a Mars bar, please. Like, just fucking let's operate at the highest level, and here's how we're going to do it. So I've put in some simple guidelines with no stupid shit, right? So here's carbohydrate sources. Yes, there are more carb sources than this on the planet, but I'm trying to simplify this down for you guys. If you just stick to these, there is no way you can fail by trying to work in cake and scratching your head like, why am I not getting results? Why do you think, bro? Right? So carb sources, white, red, or brown rice. Another carb source, white or sweet potato. Another one, rolled oats. Another one, fruit, any fruit sources. And then another one, just for a bit of good vibes, because it is an elite food. And it is actually good for gut health in small quantities, sourdough bread. All right? So you can't complain at me. Yes, all whole food sources, but I have put in sourdough because I'm not a nasty bastard. Right? So include sourdough if you want. Protein sources, beefsteak medallion or 5% beef mince. Right? This is effectively the same, just one's minced and one's not. Lean steak, anything with less than 5 grams of fat per 100 gram. Chicken breast, cod or haddock, prawns or mussels, Smoked salmon or salmon fillet, whole eggs, egg whites, 0% Greek yogurt, whey isolate, normal or vegan. Fat sources going to come from fatty fish or whole eggs, almonds, cashews, Brazil nuts, not peanuts, no KP fucking nuts, please. Nut butters, and again, none of the shit like Skippy and Sunpat. Get a high quality nut butter. We're here to pick high quality fat sources, not just fats. Fats aren't fats. We want as many mono and poly unsaturated fats as possible. And then any normal saturated fats, which are high quality, which may come from like your beef steak or eggs, is absolutely fine. But we don't really want to be adding anything like that or trans fats. 85% plus, so 85 to 100% dark chocolate, avocado, hummus, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil. So plenty of fat sources, plenty of protein sources, plenty of carb sources. Yes, there are more than this, but I'm putting these here to keep things real simple, right? If you're a vegetarian or if you're a vegan, I'll make you a separate video, right? Just shoot me a message, right? But I'm trying to keep this really simple. Guidelines, because when we've got guidelines, when we've got rules, we know the playing field. It's really easy to stick to, right? People go wrong because they just overcomplicating it. Whereas I'm like, look, if you do this, what I'm about to show you, you will not fail. So what we need to do is find out my maintenance calories. Now, I know where mine actually are sat, but if you're just starting your journey, right, I would come in and just jump on a calculator. Like, is this the most accurate thing in the world? No. But you're going to see how you're responding. That's part of a priming phase as well. So let's use my data here. Obviously, we're building this for me. So age 23, 236 pounds, big fat bastard. 6'5", and then I've just put moderate. All right. Calculate. 3,383. So I'm going to get my pen. I'm going to write that down. 3,383. All right. Nice and simple. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. So if we jump into meal plan, that's what we want to be hitting. 3,383 in there. All right. So what I want to do is give me 1 gram of protein net per pound of lean body mass. We're going to work through building this out. So 1 gram of protein per pound of lean body mass. All right. So I'm pretty lean already. That's why I only need 8 weeks of dieting, right? So what we're going to do is 1 gram. I am 236 pounds. So what we can do is 2, 3, 5, let's call it, right? Keep it an easy number. That's as simple as it gets, all right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to do protein first. So we're going to go in and we're going to add my protein sources. I'm using my coaching system. You can use MyFitnessPal. It's not as accurate, but it's the second best thing, right? So in my first meal, I'm doing 4 meals, right? Just because, like, yes, I could do 6 if I wanted, but I'm a busy guy. 4 is plenty, right? The reason I go 4, not 3, is just because I want to break up my protein with it being quite a high number, okay? So I'm going to go beefsteak and eggs for breakfast. No simpy cereals and shit like that. Like, straight to the good stuff. I'm going to go chicken breasts. I'm basically just adding my protein sources to all meals here. Let's go with salmon fillet, eggs again. Love some eggs. And then let's go Greek yogurt with some whey isolate. Cool. So that's my protein. So all I need to do now is make that equal 235. So we're going to fly through. We're just going to chuck in some random numbers. You're going to have to play around with this a little bit. Let's say 2 eggs there, 2 eggs there, 1.2 there. Chicken breast, let's say 1.6. Let's say Greek yogurt 3. Let's say 1 there. All right. So that's 193. We've got way more protein to go. So let's go for, if we look at these here, these are lower on protein. Let's go 2 there. Let's go 3 eggs. Let's go 3 eggs. Let's go 1.8. That's 222. All right, we're going to push this up again. Let's go salmon fillet 1.5. All right, we're nearly there. We are nearly there. 3.5. Boom. 235 nailed. All right, simple as that. Okay, so that's my protein nailed. Yes, I've already hit fats. Carbs are going in there, but all we're worried about right now is hitting that 235 gram net protein. So if you weighed 150 pounds, you would be trying to hit 150 protein. only from your protein sources. All right, we're going to jump straight into the rest of it now. So back here. Fats. I now want 1 gram of fat per kilo of body mass to start this process. So I weigh 107 kg. So we're going to call it 105 fats. Okay. What I'm now going to do is that's protein worked out. I need 235 net protein. I want 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. And then to work out carbohydrates, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to grab my phone. We're going to get the calculator. So to work out our carbohydrates, we basically need to take our protein calories and fat calories away from our total calories we're aiming for. All right. And that is that. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbs is 4 calories, and 1 gram of fats is 9. So what we're going to do, we're basically going to do 235 times 4. That's 940. Okay. So we've got 940. We then also got 105 grams of fat. We're going to times that by 9. So now we've got the calories from our protein and the calories from our fats. We're now going to subtract that, okay, from our total calories that we're aiming for. So that was 3,383. We're going to call that like 3,200. I always like to just miss on the short side, all right, because you'll see why. All right, so we're going to aim for 3,200. So 3,200 minus 1885, and you can see my coaching system's already worked that out. All right, and that's your fat calories and your protein calories together. All right, now we've got 1315. All right, now to work out your carbs, all we need to do is we've got the carbohydrate calories left over. We're just going to divide that by 4. Okay. Now, if we divide that by 4, that's 328. So what we're going to do is put in 325. That now takes us to roughly 3,200 calories, which is where we want to be. All right, so we can come in now and build out the rest of our nutrition plan with our set macros that we're going to be aiming for. All right, so we can start adding other stuff in. So I'm going to move my notepad. We're going to get straight to it. So in the morning, I'm going to want I want some sweet potato in the morning, post-workout. Here, I'm going to want some uncooked jasmine rice and avocado, staple for me. Here, let's work in some sourdough, boys. All right. Here, I'm going to want some strawberries. So effectively, all we're doing is picking protein source, carb source, fat sources, right? Nice and simple. All right. And then we want veg with both savory meals. All right. I always say you want to be hitting like a minimum of 400 grams of veg a day. I like more, preferably. And obviously, as we get deeper into the diet phase, that's what we're going to do. All right. So like, let's just give every meal 150 gram of veg. I don't count the calories from veg. Okay. As you can see there, 150 gram of veg. I'm not counting the calories. Right. So what we're going to do now is start piecing everything together, right? This is my meal plan. We've got our food list. I'm only using these foods based on what I want to eat, right? And I'm going to start building everything out to hit these macros. So let's say we're going to have 400 potato. We're going to have, boom, 100 avocado. We're going to have 1.3 there. We're going to have 200 grams sourdough there. We're going to have 250 grams of strawberries. We're going to have 0.3 grams of peanut butter. So I'm just basically building everything out. We can see I'm already pretty near, right? I just need 4 more grams of fat and 20 more grams of carbs. So what I'm going to do is just come in here and I'm going to go rolled oats. I'm going to make up that last meal with 50 grams of rolled oats. That's taking me too much, all right? So let's go 35 gram. Boom. Right? We are now dead on. We're 105 fats. We're 325 carbs. All right. Now, what we can see is we are 287 protein, but that's gross. All we need to make sure is that we start off, all right, with 235 net protein. So I want you to hit 1 gram per pound from just protein sources, not including trace protein that's coming from everything else, right? So the goal really is to be around maintenance. It doesn't matter if we're 100 calories over, 100 calories under here. We are setting ourselves up for success with the diet. All right, this is what this is all about, how to set ourselves up. So if you look at the structure down here, it says weeks 1 and 2, we're going to be around maintenance, right? So I'm just going to put like plus or minus 100 calories, because at the end of the day, no one truly knows your actual maintenance calories. We come in with a calculator, get a vibe, but it's all about then. We have to be compliant to this program, and then let's see how our body responds, right? And you'll actually see that it's more food than you think, right? If we actually look at your program, like this is worked out at 3,400. We're aiming for 3,383, so we're like 20 calories over, so we're exactly where we want to be, right? So that's literally bang on, right? So this is what our meal plan equals. We have hit the number that we are aiming for there, right? That's a lot of food to eat, right? And this is actually maintenance calories from high quality, good food. You're not going to complain you're hungry, all right? So we've worked out our maintenance calories. We've worked out our protein, 1 gram per pound of body mass, and that's net. So that we're doing the protein first, just from protein sources, right? We then work out our fats. And then from having your proteins and fats, we then add those together, the calories, and we take that away from your maintenance to leave us with the carbohydrate calories. Then we divide that by 4 to get our carbohydrates in grams, which was 328. We made that 325, and then we've got our set macros. From there, we just fill out the rest of the nutrition plan. You guys are going to be doing this in MyFitnessPal, unless you're a coach and you've got maybe your own system that you have. I've basically built something that does it all out, you know, to a high degree of accuracy. So yeah, we'll go from there. I want you to pick from just these fat sources. I want you to pick from just these protein sources. I want you to pick from these carb sources. This is how you're working it out. I want you to run this protocol consistently for weeks 1 and 2. From there, you're going to start pulling away. Don't go straight into a diet phase. You're setting yourself up for failure. You won't get all the way into an absolutely peeled condition. You want to start the baseline high, and you've got all this room to pull from with, you've got more cardio you can add in. You've got more food to pull from, right? If you go aggressive straight away, your body will start to stall and there's nowhere to pull from. If you were to pull more and more and more, your recovery would be horrendous. Your performance would be horrendous. You're going to lose tissue, right? So as you can see, cardio is minimal at the start. Steps are steady. I'm actually going into a brand new training block, push-pull legs, push-pull. I will do a video on what I'm doing, but this here is actually going to be my genuine nutrition plan moving forwards to start my cut. So follow my journey on Instagram. You'll see some updated pictures of kind of where I'm coming from, where I'm going. Like I said, I'm 236-ish pounds, I think, at the minute. I think that's basically 107.5 kilos. At about 102, I'll be absolutely marbled, boys. And we're going to be sticking to this protocol. I'm going to run this protocol for 2 weeks. Okay, from here, I'm going to start taking away maybe another 300 calories. And I'll do that from carbohydrates. So I may go to 250 carb. I may push cardio a little bit. And then I'll basically look to move as much progress as possible. When things slow down, I'll make another amendment. But sometimes I may be running the same protocol 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Sometimes I may need to move every single week based on my data in my daily metrics. This is where I'm tracking all my data to go from there. So guys, hope that's been helpful. I want to keep it really simple. Follow these guidelines. Stop simping around with Mars bars, right? And sweets and fucking all this stupid shit and full fat Coke and trying to work in carrot cake. Just come in, work out your nutrition, right? We're here to get results. You know, we optimize for results at Elect One Coaching, right? And we will build this out in a sustainable way. Don't get me wrong, we can put in certain things, but I'm here. I'm like, look, if you're going to do this alone, just follow guidelines. Stop fannying around because it won't work. Just stick to what I've said here. And then after this, you're going to make amendments to take you all the way through this prep. All right, let's get it. Let's go. Drop yourself into a 300 to 500 calorie deficit after you've done 2 weeks of elite level compliance. And then you're going to start driving down into amazing condition whilst retaining performance, energy, and recovery. Let's get it. Let's go. Guys, I hope that's been valuable. Make sure to like and subscribe. Some of these are going to be like, you know, me showing you how I operate in here, like Loom style videos. Some of them will just be normal videos. Make sure to check me out on Instagram at Tom D. Pearson, and our results are at Elect One Coaching. And I'll see you in the next one. Let's get it.